The presidential jet is in trouble. We're hearing reports in Parliament of several faults that are being reported from the aircraft. It looks like it's not going to be hitting the skies anytime soon. But what options are left for government? Let's find out from the Deputy Defence Minister, Ernest Brogya Genfi. He joins us on the line now. Mr. Genfi, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Thanks for your time with us. Perhaps you can first give us a bit of a general idea of the state of the aircraft right now.
Well, as I provided in an answer to Parliament, currently the aircraft is still at the hangar of Dassault Falcon Services. They are the manufacturers of the aircraft. And it was ferried for a regular maintenance checkup. And while they were done with the regular maintenance, they detected some other problems with the aircraft, which had to do with the corrosion of the fuel tanks. And so it further delayed the expected return of the aircraft, which they reported that they successfully dealt with. So while fixing back the tank areas, they further detected that at the right hand wing of the aircraft, there were some fuel leakages. And so they had to dismantle and deal with that as well. That I can confirm to you was successfully done. While they were now fixing back the wings, they encountered some problem at the lower part of the wing, which for them was beyond their expertise. So they had to call in the original equipment manufacturer of the wings to come and look at it. That also delayed the delivery day because they had done with what they had to do. And so the original equipment manufacturer of the wing has to deal with it. And now we are told everything is fixed. But it has to go through another test. They have to test to see that there are no fuel leakages. They have to test the engines. They have to paint back the part that was removed and do the regular flying test to see that the aircraft is in good shape before the aircraft will arrive in Ghana. So after now, we are informed that all the problems that were identified has been resolved. But they have to test in order to ensure that everything is set before they can get the standard certification to fly the aircraft. So that's the state of it.
When is the estimated time of return?
I'm unable to tell you. What we are expecting is that if they are the tests go well for over the weekend, it's possible we can even have it on Monday or Tuesday. So everything is dependent on all the necessary tests that has to be run.
Right.
Now we have our men on standby to fly it back home, but if the test shows another problem, then we can't have it. But if everything goes well, we should even have it by next week.
Right. This is the latest in a series of issues that we've been told about regarding the aircraft. When was the last time the president traveled with it?
The aircraft has been with Dassault since March 2025. So you should expect that this president has not flown with it since March. It's not been available since March.
Right. So how has the president been traveling?
I think that it will be difficult for me to provide you with the detailed information of that. Once the president flies without the executive jet, it is not under the control and command of the Ghana Air Force.
Right. But is that not in itself an issue, a security issue? Because the president's travel ought to be under the control of the Ghana Air Force, oughtn't it?
I think that you are taking me off the scope.
Forgive me. It's because you are the defense minister. So I mean, we're curious about this.
What I can tell you as a member of government is that our president, even before his second term, which is this term, has been flying commercial and by other means. All we have to ensure is that the president is safe and comfortable for his travels. As far as I'm concerned, we haven't had any security breach in terms of the president's travels.
Is it true that he's been traveling with his brother's aircraft?
Oh, we've seen that some of the time, yes. Some of the time, yes. Yes, I can confirm to you. Some of the time, there are other times too that he goes commercial.
So what's the way forward? I mean, since we are starting to see, repeated issues with the national, aircraft, the presidential jet, what are the options? Should we be considering buying a new one?
We are currently assessing the operational needs of the Ghana Armed Forces in general. And we are going to, Ghanaians are going to see a massive retooling of the Ghana Armed Forces. In this particular discussion, it's about the Air Force. And I can tell you that we are currently assessing the operational needs to ensure that we have a safe, reliable, effective national duties as well as presidential duties. And that assessment, it's about the aging fleet. Remember that it's not only about the presidential aircraft that we are talking about. We have many of our helis and jets down, which we are assessing to enhance the operational abilities of these jets. And so that ongoing discussion includes the possibility of acquiring new fleets for the Ghana Air Force. And so once that the discussion is concluded, we are going to be guided by the national interest, fiscal responsibility. We're going to go through due process. So Ghanaians will be appropriately informed when the decision is made, which of our air assets that we are doing away with, which ones we are bringing back to fly, and which new ones we are getting on board. So that discussion is currently underway.
So we haven't actually, gone out there to see what's available on the market. We haven't made a request for a new aircraft. The ministry hasn't done that for the president, I mean.
Well, we haven't made any requests as of now, but the discussions will include possible fleet needed, which ones the Ghana Air Force will be comfortable to use, which ones are they looking at. So all of these are part of the discussions. And as I've told you, once the decision is made, how many aircrafts we are acquiring for the Ghana Air Force either in the short term or in the medium term, that will be communicated, and be rest assured that we'll be guided by the national interest.
Honorable Deputy Minister, Blessed speaking here. Just to take you back to 2021, your predecessor, I believe, Dominic Nitiwul, had told Parliament as far back as 2021 that the Falcon was not fit for purpose. I just want to quote excerpts of his statement he made on the floor of the House. That quote, the capacity of the current Falcon aircraft is far below that of the Fokker 28, which flew very, very important persons of more than 25 passengers during the Achampon, Akufo, Ado, Rawlings and Kufo eras. Hence, the urgent need for an appropriate aircraft which can carry a better payload in terms of passengers, maybe 70 to 100, and to carry all luggage without affecting the performance of the aircraft. So as far back as 2021, the Speaker of Parliament then was notified of how faulty the Falcon is. Don't you, or haven't you come to terms with some of these reports that I believe should be on your desk now, recommending the purchase of a new aircraft?
Well, looking at, if you want to do an assessment of the need of a presidential air asset, you consider a lot of factors. Maybe one of them is what you have mentioned in terms of the capacity. We may not be too much fixated with capacity, because this current Falcon 900 takes, I think, 19 or so, which will be smaller than what he compared with, which was taking 25. But for me, it's about the president and his entourage. And so, our president does not really travel with a lot of entourage. So capacity for me may not be the primary determinant. The reliability of the aircraft, the capacity to go a long haul and not, as it were, stop midway for refueling and all that. All of these are things that we are looking at. And so, as I've told you, everything is being considered. Everything is being considered to arrive at a decision which of our fleet that we will enhance to get back, which new acquisitions we have to do. Once that assessment is fully done, it will give us a broader picture in terms of even the capacity of a country at this time, if we have the financial capacity to do it, which ones we go for first, which ones do we, and note that these aircraft are not on the shelves where you go and just purchase it. Many times you may have to go at least 14, 16 months, some even go as far as 32 months for production. And so we are looking at all of these in terms of the short term, the medium term, and the long term.
Are you not just struggling now to admit the fact that there is indeed a recommendation, which started with your predecessor recommending the purchase of a new aircraft? You're struggling possibly because of the political fix in which your party finds itself and how you criticize the erstwhile government on presidential travels.
Not at all. When the decision is made, it will be communicated. There's no struggle in this. It's a straightforward thing. I have informed you that we have serious challenges with the Ghana Armed Forces generally. And the president has made a decision that we must retool the Ghana Armed Forces. And that includes the Ghana Air Force, which we are discussing now. And the fleet of the Ghana Air Force, we have many of the fleets down. We need to get them up. We are discussing that. That may serve for the purpose of a short term. What are we looking at in terms of the medium term? If we have to do new acquisitions, we will. But all of these must be discussed and look at the financial capacity of the country, the availability of those aircraft which we desire to have. So all of these are on the table. And in the shortest possible time, it will be made known to the people of Ghana what the strategy is and how we are moving forward.
So with this directive from the president, does that include the need to purchase a new presidential jet?
That includes the need to enhance the aging fleet of the Ghana Armed Forces, in this case, the Ghana Air Force, and that includes the possibility of acquiring new air assets for the Ghana Air Force, and that
does that include a new jet for the president?
I have answered you.
So you don't intend to disclose to us if the president's directive includes the need for a presidential jet?
I have told you that the president's directive is for us to retool the Ghana Armed Forces. In this particular case, as we are discussing the Ghana Air Force, we are looking at which of the assets to bring on board in terms of new acquisitions and which ones we need to enhance and which other ones we need to do away with. And so, of course, that includes the acquisition of new air assets for the Ghana Air Force.
Why are you
Ghana
struggling
Air
to mention the name presidential jet? It does appear.
I just told you, maybe you didn't hear me. I told you that includes the acquisition of a new presidential executive jet. I have told you.
Well, when will you finish this assessment?
Very, very soon. Very, very soon.
Which date is that? I mean, clearly you work to timelines. When are you supposed to report back to the president on what is needed by the Air Force?
We will report to the president very soon. It will not take up to a month. The decision will be made. It will be known to the people of Ghana. So I'll plead that we don't go ahead of time. Everything must be discussed at the level of cabinet, at the level of the presidency. The decision has to be made. The finance minister, who is the acting minister and my boss, also has to do his financials to know how he can provide money for all of these retooling. So, I mean, in the very short period of time, Ghanaians will know.
So by December, we will know.
I think that before that, it will be known.
Before December, we will know whether or not we are buying a new presidential jet.
No.
Yes.
So there is an option that we may not be buying a new presidential jet.
Say again.
So it is possible that the outcome of your deliberations will be that we are not going to buy a new presidential jet.
Of course, we are analyzing everything. I told you that everything is on the table. So the possibility of buying, the possibility of not, everything will be discussed. And the decision will be made looking at the availability of funds for it.
I'm just wondering what you're making of the pre-existing report by your predecessor. Governance is a continuum, you see. If the predecessor minister, having told Parliament, having briefed the Defence Committee at the time that there is a need for a new presidential jet, why are you throwing that away?
We are not throwing that away. I have told you that my predecessor or our predecessors must have looked at it in a different lens. You told me that they were talking about the capacity in terms of the maximum persons the aircraft may be able to take. We may have a different view of that. But all of that analysis, which of course must have been given to the minister by the Ghana Air Force, is on the table. So we are discussing everything on board, everything inclusive. So that will give us a proper view of what we have to do. And I can assure you that the decision that will be made would not be tied to the term of either this government or His Excellency the President. We are going to have a comprehensive decision that deals with this once and for all in terms of retooling the Ghana Armed Forces, in terms of, in that broader picture, retooling the Ghana Air Force. Things that will be done would not be just for the short term. We are looking into the future. We want to deal with this problem once and for all. And so rest assured that we are considering the national interest, and everything that will be done will be transparent and in accordance with due process.
So this unexpected challenge on the Falcon, are you aware of the cost element to the Republic of Ghana? Because the jet has gone beyond its scheduled period. That should come with some additional cost.
Yes, of course. Yes, it comes with additional cost. I may not be able to give you the figures now, but I may, if I have time, I will refer and let you have it.
Is that not indicative?
But it's coming at additional cost, yes.
Yeah, is that not indicative of the fact that we may end up spending way more on this aircraft, when indeed, as a country, we could simplify the situation by buying a new one?
It appears you are around the table with us, because we are looking at all of these. We are looking at all of these. Some of our air assets, I may not be able to put them out, but they are aging, and it's coming at a huge cost in terms of maintenance, overhaul, sometimes cannibalizing others in order to get some. And so that comes with a cost. So when the analysis is done, as we do, we are going to have the first option, the second option, the third option, what option 1 provides in terms of advantages and disadvantages, what option 2 provides, and then at the level of cabinet and the presidency, the decision will be made. Of course, looking at the availability of funds to finance all of these.
While you're around the table, are you also considering how you will respond to your critics if indeed it becomes necessary to buy a new presidential jet and they come at you with all the things you said to them when they were in power and wanted to buy a new aircraft?
But this government is open to criticisms. Once what we are doing is in the interest of the nation, and it's going to benefit the country. I mean, people are allowed to have their views, to have their opinions, but posterity will be the judge. And so we are guided by all that. We are not going to be coward in making wrong decisions because of what others may say. We are focused to take the right decisions that will be in the interest of the Republic of Ghana.
Deputy Defense Minister, Mr. Brogya Genfi, we are very grateful to you for your time with us this morning.
Thank you so much.
And Kojo, can I say to him that when they are buying a new one, they should buy 2. We'll fly the second one together.
Thank you very much for your time.
Do you want to be on record around the table?
No, not.
So that when the criticisms start coming,
They will start taking it together.
You can send them his way. Yeah. This table that you want to go and sit around.
I don't want to go there and shake the table.
Yeah, that was the Deputy Minister for Defense, Mr. Ernest Brogya Genfi, there with a quite comprehensive update